Hello, social media family. Yours truly, Lady Shema, your affirmation coach with your word of affirmation for today. And the topic that I'll be dealing with for today is the greatness of your authenticity. That's right, the greatness of your authenticity. And if you hear that word, you would listen and hear the root word there is the word authentic. And the word authentic refers to the purest form, the purest essence, the actual original design of a person or a thing. That is your truest, purest self. That is your authentic self. And each one of us, of course, we've come here with an original design. That is your authentic state. And that is the person that God has created you to be, pardon me. And if you were to really think about it and say, Lady Shema, how do I really get to know who is my authentic self? And if you were to think back, when you were a child, when you were much younger, what were those things that you really always wanted to do, that you dreamed of doing when you were a child, that you dreamt of doing when you were a child? Did you dream of being a musician? Did you dream of being a great speaker? Did you dream of being a business owner? What was that thing that just throbbed and throbbed and throbbed in your heart and in the night that you would dream about, the first thing that you think about when you get up? And those things that you are naturally gifted to do, that you have an innate ability to carry out. Those things speak to your original design. And that's why you've come here to the earth with those particular abilities and giftings. And that is because that is your true, authentic self. And that is the person that you have been designed and crafted out to be by your creator, the original designer. And he doesn't do anything by mistake or by happenstance. Everything that he does is with intention, pardon me. He really believes in intentionality, and he shows us by example the importance of intentionality. So I just wanted to take a few minutes today just to drop in a line to encourage you to become one, to reconnect with your true authentic self, because this is who God has birthed you into the earth realm to be. Your authentic self is someone's solution. Your authentic self is someone's answer. And for some of us, we've been made to, sadly and unfortunately, frown on our authentic self because others around us probably don't quite get the value. They don't understand the value of the authentic person that we were originally called to be and designed to be by our Creator. And he had a person that he intended for us to be. Even in the beginning, he said to Jeremiah, before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. So you came here with an intent by God in the earth to fulfill. Okay? And so that's a really, really important thing for us to remember. So I just want to encourage you to do whatever is in your power, and what's outside of your power, to leave it to the Holy Spirit to work out in your life. Reconnect, become one with that authentic person that God has called you to be, because that's where your value lies. That's where your wealth lies. Your wealth lies in your true, authentic self. I'm reminded right now, and I'm thinking about one of my favorite Bible teachers. His name is Rick Winner, and he later on down moved to the Soviet Union, Russia, and it's amazing. When he was younger, he used to have a lot of demonic attacks on his mind, and he was made to, over a period of time as a youngster, particularly when he was in high school, from junior high straight on to senior high, he just had these just warfare in his mind, and he was constantly being bombarded with thoughts that fought heavily against those natural desires that he had as a child. For example, he loved opera, and he was a 7th grader, a young man who loved opera. His dad would take him to go fishing, but no, he would much rather watch opera, singing. Didn't quite understand it. And also, he loved to collect Soviet cultural art. Didn't quite understand that either. He also loved to read. He also loved to spend time in the Word. Didn't quite yet understand that either. But that was his true, authentic self. And those things were actually calling to, they were foreshadowing who he was called to be. And later on down, of course, as he grew up and became an adult, then he came into an understanding as to why he was designed in that way. And one of the things, I'll give you a little bit of an insight, he actually ended up marrying an opera singer. So that was a part of his true authentic self. It was just simply displaying or manifesting the person that he was actually called to be. And even in his time of all of that warfare in his mind, when he would try to study the Word and spend time with God, and he was constantly teased about being such a young man, just in grade 7, grade 8, and wanting to spend hours and hours reading and studying, not knowing at the time and not understanding that he was predestined to be a teacher of the Word around the world. He is now known globally, and it's really amazing. And even back, in the United States, where he grew up, later on down, not even understanding and not even knowing that he would spend the later years of his life in the Soviet Union, and that he would basically settle there and establish many churches there, but did not quite understand when he was younger why he loved to collect art, visual art from that particular area of the world, and he was attracted to it. All of that spoke to his true, original, authentic self. So I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to encourage you to reconnect, to become one with, to be true to your authentic self. Your authentic self is someone's solution. Your authentic self is someone's answer. And we have to give an account to God for the authentic person that He's called us to be. Just go and be your great authentic self.